Hello and welcome to 905 Radio's post-game show. I'm your host, Jaymie, and I'm here to talk about the 49ers versus Jaguars game that happened this morning. Um, Thank you guys for all tuning in. If you guys are here, I'm sorry it's a late stream. I just got off work. Literally, I just got in. I changed and then hopped on. So, hope you guys are all excited to talk about this game with me. And yeah, let's just go ahead and start kicking it off. But first, let's do some housekeeping things real quick before we get into it. First things first, if you want to help support 950 Radio, use our shop49ers.com affiliate link. The link will be in the description of the video if you're watching the live stream, or if you're listening to the audio version, it'll be in the podcast description as well. If you go to any of the live events, if you use our promo code 950 Radio, it'll help save you some money on any theater, concert, and sporting event tickets, as well as help us out as well. Also, if you just subscribe to us, 950radio.com/subscribe. That's also a great way to help support the show and a great way to keep up with all of what we're doing. And if you want to follow us on all our social media pages, we're 950 Radio on Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr. And we're also on Twitter at 9faithfulr. All right. So that is our little housekeeping at the beginning of the show. Yeah, guys. So welcome back from the bye week. I hope you guys all enjoyed the bye week. I think the Niners did. I think it was came at like the right time. Because Niners ended up winning this game 34-3 after traveling to Jacksonville. And yeah, they ended up winning, and they looked a lot more like the Niners did at the beginning of the season than these last few games that they have lost. So take that for what you will. But yeah, I think that's a huge thing. And honestly, the defense looked a lot better. Our defensive coordinator Wilkes was down on the field, which was I don't know how big of a deal that is, but to me, I don't know. I felt like the defense played really well. We got to see Chase Young play alongside Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa did have a little injury scare, but he went back in, so he seems to be fine. I'll check on that in a second, and we'll keep you updated on any injury related. Trent Williams and Debo were back in this game, and I felt like the O-line played a lot better, even though Trent had some penalties called on him. But overall, the Niners look much more like the Niners did at the beginning of the season. Brock Purdy played a pretty solid game, no picks this game at all. So played a very clean game. And yeah, like Kittle had a really good game. That's why I'm wearing my Kittle jersey. He had that really nice touchdown, had some big catches. So overall, I felt like this is how Niner football should be. And sorry, ignore my cat. Just spreading the ball around. Christian McCaffrey did have some good targets this game and stuff too. But I felt like it was much better at like spreading the ball out, which I think was a huge thing because whenever we've been like feeding it to him, which I get because he's so good. And the offense does run really well when he gets the ball. But I felt like spreading the ball around kept him more fresh because we have other really, really good players. Like we have Debo. Debo had a touchdown this game. We have Kittle. Kittle had a touchdown this game. Ayuk had a touchdown this game. He had that crazy touchdown that Purdy really probably shouldn't have thrown, but did, and luckily didn't get picked off, and actually was like a hell of a throw and a hell of a catch from Ayuk. Yeah, so like this felt more like the balanced 49ers that we've come to enjoy. The Niners defense also played extremely well, had a lot of sacks. Nick Bosa and Chase Young are going to be a problem because they're only playing one game together so far, and they already got like sacks together and stuff. It's crazy. That's going to be a lot of fun to watch moving forward. And yeah, Eric Armstead also had a scare with an injury, but he went back into the game, so he seems to be fine. Obviously, nothing serious if he went back into the game. Yeah, but other than that, I felt like they played a really solid game. Only thing I'm worried about is they got to clean up these like late game penalties. Those really seem to kill them a lot. So that is my one biggest concern, to be honest with you guys. But other than that, he seemed to be doing fine. But yeah, I mean, it was a fun game to watch. I mean, I haven't gotten to watch much of Jacksonville, so I was pretty excited to see how Trevor Lawrence has been doing. And he had some good throws, but he also like had some really bad picks because Niners had 2 picks. I think Fred Warner had one, and Ambry Thomas had one. So there was some interesting stuff. But Jaguars defense is pretty tough too. Like Niners like came out really strong, and then the Jags defense held them a little bit, and then they figured it out. But yeah, it was an interesting matchup. But I think it was definitely the kind of game the Niners needed to bounce back after the bye. Got healthier. So it seems like we haven't had any pretty significant injuries, unless I missed something. I didn't hear anything. I was listening to the game, so I didn't see nothing. But yeah. Other than that, really, I mean, it was a good game. I'll go through the stats here in just a second, but I enjoyed it. I don't know if anybody of you guys are listening live, but if you have any comments or anything, please let me know. But yeah, Purdy looked a lot better, and that touchdown pass to Ayuk was insane, and I'm pretty sure it gave Shanahan gray hairs for life. And Shanahan's comment in the presser like that was probably one of his worst decisions that he's ever made. Because Shanahan hated it, but he got lucky that it was a touchdown and somehow by magic got it to Ayuk. So that was crazy. Pretty fun. So yeah, hold on. But yeah, it was a good game. I enjoyed it a lot. So let's go into some of the stats real quick here. Hey guys, go. So Purdy was 19 for 26, 296 yards and 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Sam Darnold was 1 for 2 with 6 yards. Christian McCaffrey in rushing with 16 carries, 95 yards. Debo had 3 carries, 29 yards, 1 touchdown. Elijah Mitchell had 8 carries for 23 yards. And Sam Darnold had 3 for -3. Receiving, Kittle had 3 for 116 and 1 touchdown. 4 targets. Brendan Ayuk had 3 for 55 and 1 touchdown. McCaffrey had 6 for 47. Debo had 4 for 30. Juice had 2 for 26 and 1 touchdown. Ronnie Bell had 1 for 20. And Juwan Jennings had 1 for 8. Nick Bosa had 1 forced fumble, and Ambry Thomas had 1 forced fumble. Hufanga had 1 interception. It's Hufanga, not Ambry Thomas. My bad. Fred Warner had 1 interception. And they all had pass deflected. Let's see. Let's go to sacks. Eric Armstead was credited with half a sack. Nick Bosa was credited for 1.5 sacks. Colin Farrell was credited for 1 sack. Javon Hargrave was credited for 1.5. And then Chase Young was credited for half of 1. Jake Moody was good on all his field goals and his extra points. Michalski had a really good punt. And yeah, other than that, I mean, this was definitely more of the Niners football that we are used to. And it looks more like the beginning of the season Niners. So hopefully this is a trend in the right direction. It seems that way. I feel like the injuries were more impactful than I felt like um people were feeling sometimes. So um maybe that's just me, but it's good to be more healthy and stuff. And I think this is a good first game back from the bye. I think this is just the kind of game the Niners needed to build their confidence back and just to prove to the world that they're still here, you know? So, yeah. It's a like I thought the game was pretty close up until like the third or fourth quarter when the Niners started to run away with it. So I thought it was going to be a closer game. But Niners kind of ran away with it in the second half. So, um, yeah, kind of how it goes. But yeah, unless anybody has any comments or anything like that they want to say, I won't keep you guys too long. I like to kind of keep these short and sweet just so they're not like totally obnoxious and stuff like that. But like I said, Niner football back. Good bye week. Desperately needed it. Now we're definitely more healthy um, and stuff, so that's always good. And yeah, I'm excited to move forward. Looking forward to next week. And yeah, alrighty. So I'm just gonna run through those little things again, and then we will be good to go, guys. All right. If you want to help support the show, definitely check out our affiliate link. We're at 49ers.com for affiliate link. If you want to click the link, it'll be in the description of the video. If you're watching the live stream, or if you're listening to the audio version, it'll be in the description of the audio podcast. If you want to save some money on any of your theater, concert, or sporting events, use our promo code NinerFaithfulRadio. Help save you some money and as well help support the show as well. If you want to subscribe to us, we're at NinerFaithfulRadio.com/subscribe. It's a great way to help keep up with the show and a great way to support the show. And yeah, it's also a very easy way to help support us. And if you want to follow us on any of our social media pages, we're on Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr at Niner Faithful Radio. And we're on Twitter at Niner Faithful R. So yeah, that's all the way to help support the show, help find us. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Keep it short and sweet. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. Enjoy Victory Monday tomorrow. And as always, go Niners.